Hello, good morning, everyone. Hi, I see Hari Priya. Good morning, Lekhita, Manjunath, Shilpa Sapkale, and Saundarya. Great, welcome, guys. I've enabled you to speak, so you can also quickly talk. I hope everyone's doing fine. Okay, you guys can hear me? I can see me? Hi. Right, so welcome to the CMA EduPristine orientation session. I've quickly unmuted everyone, so please confirm you guys can talk. Yeah, say hi, everyone. Great. Yeah. Okay. IT enabled. Let's move on. Great. So, guys, welcome to this session. So, obviously, as you're aware, today we're planning to launch orientation for all of you guys who have doubts on CMA, what it's all about. We'll teach you the A to Z of what we'll tell you the A to Z of what CMA is all about, and obviously the resources, the plan, the timetable, and the subjects. Okay. All right. So let's kickstart. I'll just launch the slides right now. In the meantime, Hari Priya, what do you do? Hari Priya?
Yes, sir.
What
Good
do you,
morning, sir.
good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Tell me, what do you do? You're studying or working?
Hello.
Yeah, go on. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, tell me.
I have registered for CMA Inter, sir. Now I wanna take coaching for that. So I just want to know more about it.
Great. Are you studying or are you working?
No, sir. I have just started.
No, no, okay, you started working. Very
No.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Welcome. Great. Shilpa, what about you? Probably network issues. Manjunath and Saundarya. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I'm studying now.
Okay, great. Good to hear that. Along with study, you plan to do it. Very ambitious, and that's good. That's a good plan, actually. Nice. Others, can you all hear me? I'm sure you can have some network connectivity. Okay, feel free to come in and you can discuss and speak about it. Right, so you guys can see the screen. I'm presenting the slides right now. Yeah. Hi, Karan. Yes, you raised your hand. Yes, can everyone see the screen? Can you please confirm you can?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Is it clear for everyone? Okay, great. So welcome to EduPristine. I mean, I'll just quickly give you a full idea of what the CMA profession is, what the contents, and obviously the resources. Now, the content is powered by Becker. Okay, at EduPristine, we believe in empowering professionals with the degrees that you want to achieve, that you wish to pursue. Today, we'll discuss only about the CMA course, entirely on CMA USA course. Now, as you're aware, this course is obviously a part of IMA, right? So, you know, it's the Institute of Management Accountants across the world. Now, the CMA certification is a certification which gives you basically an added designation to your name called the Cost and Management Accountant, right? Now, you must be already aware that we have a ICWA degree in India. That degree is exactly identical. In fact, it has been renamed as CMA India. So Don't be mistaken, they're not the same degree, but obviously they are completely identical in terms of recognition. One is in India and one is in USA. Okay, so we have the CMA USA course that we're going to be discussing right now, not the CMA India course. Okay, before I kickstart, my name is Rajdeep Samutrala, and I'm a chartered accountant and a CMA from India, and I've also done my CFA level 2 and my LLB. I've been working for almost 16 years as a CA in the Big Four audit profession. I've now moved on to orientation and teaching, and I also work as a partner in an audit firm at the same time. So I love teaching, so I've been pursuing. I teach CFA USA course and the CMA USA course alongside this ACCA UK course. So I basically teach these three courses, and I orient and I give career counseling to students on any of these three courses. Okay, so let's kickstart the session. Now, a quick background. So IMA is the institute that oversees the CMA course. It's a non-profit organization set up in the US in 1919. Now, the IMA has a presence in over 150 countries, 150, and a total membership of 125,000 members. Okay, now you're looking at almost 10 global offices across the world, 300 IMA chapters, professional students, and we have almost 150 CMA review course providers globally. Now, obviously, EduPristine is one of them, but we have almost 150. It's a huge presence, a huge footprint being left by them, but obviously that's a part of it. Sorry, go on. I can't hear you. Okay, I can't hear you. Can you mute yourself? Okay. I mean, if you're saying something, just unmute and speak. There is a slight disturbance from your side. Okay. Is that clear? So, you guys will be studying the CMA course under the IMA Institute. Now, obviously, 1 minute, I'll just close this. Yeah. Now, basically, there are 20 plus university and college programs that in India. So let's focus on the India network. All right. Now, in India, we have almost 20 plus university college programs. We have 3 platinum approved providers. Platinum approved providers. Basically, they are the people who are approved by the institute to provide CMA education, coaching, and training in India. Apart from that, we have 40 plus active partners and course providers. Okay, and corporate engagement. Now, if you see the mix, and that's why I asked you to start a lecture, what are you guys doing? Are you studying? Are you working? If you see the mix, almost 66% of the students, or the people pursuing the course or being a member, are students. And only 34% are professionals, potentially, right? So it's a very big disparity. So there's no need to worry and say, oh, it's too early to do a course. You can pursue it in your SYBCom, in your TYBCom. I had a student who joined us last year with EduPristine. She joined FYBCom, and by the end of SYBCom, she finished the CMA course. So just imagine, by the start of TYBCom, you have an international certification in your hand, which has recognition and which you can complete it in 1 year through the course of your BCom studies. Okay, so these are proper case studies. Now, if you think of it in terms of designation, right? If you complete a CMA, you can become a CFO, because it's finance related, even a CEO, but it's a bit of a struggle because you also have to make sure you do something on executive level. Maybe you can combine an MBA degree, but they recognize CMAs at these designations. Financial controller, definitely, because it's finance related. Directors, financial analyst, finance manager, budget analyst, cost accountant, because all we teach you is how do you do cost accounting and management accounting. And you have treasury, business analyst, and many more. Now, these are the key roles that you are potentially looking to achieve. Clear? As a CMA. Now, with all those gone, let's move to the steps to actually become a CMA, right? Now remember I told you sometime back, 2 exams. All you need is 2 exams to clear the to get the CMA degree, part 1, part 2. You also need a bachelor's degree only for the purpose of becoming a CMA charter holder. So you can clear the exam without your BCom degree. I know many blue cleared it before BCom also. You can do that. But in order to get accredited as a CMA charter holder, you need to show your bachelor's degree. Third, you need to have 2 years of relevant work experience in a relevant work field, costing, management accounting, and so on. 2 years. Is that clear? And the fourth, after doing 1, 2, 3, you will become a charter holder and you need to then take active membership in the IMA. Then you have to pay some fees of some $400 and all, become fees and become an official member of the CMA, a CMA charter holder. Is that clear? Any questions? Any hurdles to you guys? All right. Now, let's go to step number 1. If you want to complete the exams, how do you do it? Across the country, I'll focus on India for now. Across the country, there are several, I won't say 100, but there's almost one in every city. In Bombay, there are probably more than one. Testing centers where you have to go, register, and give your exam for CMA. Clear? Your choice when you want to give, what's the date, what's the time, which location, it's all your choice. You can go to Goa and give the, you can go to Kerala, it's your choice. But there are 3 testing windows that you have to comply with. You can give exam either in Jan, Feb, then March, April break, May, June, July, August break, and September, October. So you have a choice to give the exam in only these 6 months. Now, which day in these 6 months? That's your choice. You can give it any time in these 6 months. Clear? So suppose you want to give exams here on February 25th. You can go enroll online, put your date, name, and click. And you'll be given the test center and the time of your choice. Clear? Okay. Now, candidates are given the added advantage of taking when they want. You can take part 1 first, then part 2 first, then part 1. It's your choice. It's really your choice. But you have to make sure you try and complete it within the 1 year of your registration. 1 to 1.5 years. Now, we at EduPristine, we boast of a 8 months completion. 8 months. 4 months we take to complete part 1. Then you go give the exam. And then we take another 4 months to complete part 2. Clear? So 8 months of study time and preparation, and probably 1 to 2 months of giving the exam. That's entirely up to you. If you studied, focused, attended every lecture, you're prepared, right? So 8 to 9 months is what you can expect to invest in this course in terms of preparation and study. Is that clear? Yeah. Now, on an average, you see, they say 18, 12 to 18 months. That's people across the world, but that's a grand average. That means some people take 3 years, some people take 9 months. So average karke 18 months ho gaya. Is that clear? But it is going to be for you 8 to 9 months at EduPristine. Okay. Now let's come to course content. There are 2 parts like I told you at start, part 1 and part 2. Now part 1 focuses, 1 minute, yeah. Okay. Now part 1 focuses on financial planning, performance and control. Okay. The second part of the slide is wrong, ignored for now. So in part 1, for 100 marks, they will test you on external financial reporting decisions. Okay, that's all about basically financial reporting standards. What are the numbers? How do you recognize revenue, fixed assets, all that stuff. Second, section B, I'll go part by part. So section A, external reporting. Section B, planning, budgeting, and forecasting. Section C, performance management. Okay, now these sections focus on the planning part, on how do you budget, how do you forecast, how do you do performance management, how do you do variances, how do you make sure that management is on track, and so on. Section D, cost management. So here we focus on the techniques of managing cost and cost reduction. Section E, internal controls. Here we focus on all the controls around the internal process and activities. And section F, it's a new section added last year. This focuses on technology and data analytics, information technology and data. So all of you guys who are IT savvy, you'll find it very easy. But this focuses on your IT skills. Is that clear? Right? So 1 minute. So just see the screen, everyone. So part 1 essentially focuses on external finance reporting, which is nothing but your reporting skills, planning, budgeting. Now, if you notice, we've also given you the breakup of marks, 15%, which means for 15%, they'll test you on financial reporting. For 20%, they'll test you on budgeting. For another 20%, performance, that's all variances, cost management, internal controls, and technology. You'll notice the percentage is more or less spread out almost equally. No difference, right? That's the intention. They want to test you equally on every topic, right? So every topic becomes equally important. Any questions? Okay. So this is the part 1. Take a minute. Just look at the screen quickly, take a minute and just check if you have any doubts on these. I'll go through part 2 in a minute. Any questions? Now this was part 1 for you. Okay, if you see a breakdown, it's already given here. Just have a quick look at this. Like I told you, final reporting focus on statements, recognition, measurement. Planning, budgeting focuses on the planning, forecasting, budget methodologies, profit planning, and so on. Performance management focuses on the variances of costing. You remember we did sales performance, sales variance, cost variance, revenue variances, all of those. Cost management focuses on the management concepts around your costing systems, overhead costs, and so on. Internal controls, we'll focus all on the audit stuff, governance, risk, compliance. All of that comes in internal controls. And lastly, IT, technology and analytics focuses on the IT systems. Clear? Take a quick look at this. Any questions, guys? This is a detailed subject content. This is of part 1. Okay, now part 2 में क्या है? Part 2. Now before you start, let me give you a secret. Part 2 is much easier in terms of content, in terms of syllabus, and obviously ease of understanding. But it depends on what is your strength. Part 2 is called SFM, Strategic Financial Management. This may be focused on all about financial management. First topic, financial statement analysis. We teach you how to analyze financial statements, how to compute ratios, how to review profits, and all that stuff. Cool. Section B is all about corporate finance, where we teach you all the things related to corporate finance, how to raise capital, how to compute risk and return, how to manage the long-term, short-term financial management, so on. Section C focuses on decision analysis. Decision analysis. Here we teach you on the techniques of how to make decisions. So here the main topics are CVP, cost, volume, profit analysis. If you remember the days of college days, marginal costing, contribution, break-in point, वो सब हम यहाँ पे सिखाते हैं. Pricing decision. This is one of the most intelligent sections. Section C, decision analysis. Section D is risk management. In this, we teach you how to identify, assess, monitor, manage, mitigate. We teach you all the techniques around risk management. But mind you, it's going to be a very introductory session. It is not meant to be in detail because you guys are only cost and management accountants. We don't expect you to know risk. So we'll give you an insight into the world of risk and how do you manage risk. Clear? Section E. Section E focuses on what? On the techniques of investment decisions, right? So here we talk about what is investment decisions and other stuff. Okay, capital budgeting, capital investment, NPV, IRR, payback period, all that easy stuff. Don't worry, it's not difficult at all. We teach you in section E. And the last section, section F, is all about ethics, professional ethics. Here we teach you about business ethics, ethical considerations. What is the ethics that the profession requires of you? What is it at a management level, at a professional level, at an individual level, at an organization level? All of that stuff we pick up in section F. Clear? So part 2, I have section A, financial statement analysis, section B, corporate finance, section C, section D, okay, E is investment and F is ethics. Take a minute, guys, look at the screen and let me know if you have any questions. Clear? Right. So now you guys know about the detailed content of part 1 and part 2 and what awaits you. All right. Now, once you complete these two parts, part 1 and part 2, in terms of the 12 sections, obviously each of them carrying almost equal marks, right? You'll get your CMA exam clearance, right? Then remember, you have to get a qualification, your charter holder, by clearing your BCom and getting to you as a work experience. Now remember, the IMA supports you guys. The IMA supports the profession in terms of certification and so on. They'll help you certification. There are a lot of continuing education. We have a lot of webinars. We have 50 plus free webinars, plus a lot of CPA courses, which are part of continuing education, which is needed by you guys once you clear the exam. Remember, every exam you clear, you need CPE credits. Don't forget that, right? Also, if you go on the website, you have a lot of career resources, you have career drivers, you have an ethics center. These all are available on the IMA website, right? Some of the research and publications that are available for you guys to view is the magazine. You have a quarterly magazine, a digest. You have some useful updates about the profession, about the community, about the professional job opportunities, and so on. Okay, and the global community. Now, a question that's bothering probably many of you guys. What is the point of doing CME? Right? What will it give me? What benefit will it hold to you probably in the long run? Okay. Now remember, it's a CMA USA degree. So it's US based CMAs. The data supports that any CMA from the US potentially earns almost 30% more in salary than another person who's probably a BCom qualified or has some other accounting, certification, but not a CMA or CPA. So very clearly, the people in the company are preferring CMAs and also offering them 28% more in median compensation. Median means average, right? This is proper data. The second reason why is because, again, globally, this is all based on survey. Apparently, CMAs earn 50% more than other people who don't have a CMA certification. This is obviously in companies, in industries, in departments. You'll see people among their peers, when we compare them, it is observed that.
Sir, your voice is very low.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
People with a CMA are earning 50% more than people without CMA degree. Now you'll obviously notice this is there for every. When we say MBA finance kiya, to MBA people will probably earn 40% more than person in MBA finance. That's all useful to know. End of the day, it's about whether you want to start at a higher salary or a lower salary, whether you want to start at a high designation or a low designation. It depends on your lookout and how you want to progress. Third, if you have a CMA degree, it helps you to distinguish yourself from your peers because obviously they'll always benchmark you with other guys, right? So suppose let's say so let's say in the room, let's say Harshita is working at a company and she has CMA degree and her colleague who works has a BCom degree. Obviously, in terms of promotion and in terms of increments, the company might prefer to give Harshita more responsibilities and better job, better designation, and a faster promotion compared to another colleague who has not done the similar degree. It's a little bit normal. I mean, you can't challenge it. Hota hai. This discrimination always takes place. So somewhere that degree will always help you get a step into the companies. Okay. Lastly, because you do same in India, no worries. Don't worry that India may get it. It is a globally recognized certification. Obviously, it is much more recognized in USA in a bigger way. If you go to USA and you have a same US degree, you'll probably get a job much faster than someone without it. But even in India, you can use a degree to work in companies which are following US GAAP or US accounting, like you have BOFA, Bank of America, and other firms. And you have many people who want CPAs, CMAs in their financial accounting department. Now, if you see many CVs and resumes and job offers, वो लोग हक से बोलते हैं wanted CMA or CPA degree holder. खत्म. So for such jobs, if you apply, you'll probably be among the niche because not many people would have done those degrees, right? So you'll be among the first to be selected for interview process. Now, the value, the really old value, obviously does. Achieving the CMA certification and the charter holder, it, it demonstrates. So this is the message that you send the company. Just because of CMA, the company believes that you have mastery over financial planning, financial analysis, financial controls, decision, and obviously ethics, right? Because the CMA degree shows that. So once you clear, see, it is not an easy course. तुम लोग को 9-10 महीना मेहनत करना ही पड़ेगा. But once you clear it, we are confirmed that chalo yaar, you have that level of knowledge which will allow me to let you do these things on your own. What things? Financial planning, analysis, budgeting. Management will not think twice before allocating these responsibilities to you. Why? Because the CMA degree has taught you all these stuff. The credentials are prestigious, it's professional, obviously. We make you undergo a rigorous training schedule. Mind you, rigorous. Almost 10 hours of classes. Add to that almost 14, 15 hours of studying every week, 2, 3 hours a day with probably 2,400 question banks. It's a rigorous procedure. We empower you to have the knowledge that's needed and we make you highly competent. All of you guys can get the degree, should get the degree, right? Most strongly, which people really should pursue? People who are working in the management and financial roles. So I won't go and tell a art student to follow CMA. या कोई engineer बोले चलो engineer है CMA करना है. Obviously not. It's only for those people who have an inclination or want to pursue management, cost management, financial management, cost accounting, financial accounting. All these areas of interest and expertise will command a CMA degree. People who want to demonstrate the expertise in these roles, financial planning, control analysis, ethics support, should pursue it. And people who want to distinguish themselves and show the top management that they are ready to become management accountants in the company. Mind you, that's a separate designation you can look at. A management accountant, professional accountant, ready to do work at a management level, supporting the top management. Remember, your role is to aid and support the top management to take the right decisions. That is why this degree helps you get that support and recognition. Clear? Okay, just some examples of some tie-ups that we've had. We, in the sense, the CM Institute has had with other companies. Amazon had come. Amazon had a recruitment drive. Amazon is huge in India also. They had a recruitment drive. They're looking for financial operations analysts. Look at the degree they asked for. They're looking for BCom plus CMA, you say. 4 years, they're looking at different levels. Now remember guys, the CMA degree is not sufficient to, chalo abhi naukri mil jayega. तुम लोग को CMA डिग्री के साथ तुम लोग को वर्क एक्स भी करना जरूरी है. Am I clear? You need to demonstrate work experience. You need to prove that you have the relevant work ex that will take you there. Is that clear? So what I mean work ex, anything relevant to management accounting, cost accounting, you have to make sure that you show that you have that experience in the field of cost and management accounting. Okay. Now, once you have that work experience, right? Once you have that, what do you do next? You can apply for these positions that are being advertised. If you have 2 to 4 years, you can apply for this level 2. I mean, just an example of what they showed. 4 to 7 years level 3 and 7 years plus level 4. What experience? CMA related work experience. They do take freshers also, but obviously there are different levels that they tend to give postings for. Now the beauty is at EduPristine, we also give you the chance to apply for these positions by hunting them for you and sending you the relevant job offers. Obviously, to do this, you have to first complete the degree, enroll with us, complete the course, and then we will send your CVs to the right places. Or we'll probably send the relevant job vacancies and you can apply and get the interview. Is that clear, guys? So we'll help you with those types, don't worry. See some of the things that happen in India and all about CMA. You see there's a women accounting and finance. They had a event to celebrate the presence of women at the top levels in the accounting field. I don't know if you guys knew about this, but almost 2 years back, which are the top 4 banks in India? Anyone knows the top 4 banks? We had ICICI Bank, Kotak, Yes Bank, right? And HDFC. Three banks, except for HDFC, the other three banks were all headed by ladies, by women. So women in the financial power is a huge presence, yeah. And often there are many events to collaborate, to come together. These are all done by the IMA. Okay, this is just one event we're showing right now, but there are many other events. They tend to do it every 3 to 6 months. Obviously, in the last 1 year, due to Corona and all, we've not been able to do that, but they have been doing virtual sessions wherever possible to collaborate and meet with different people. Okay, so these events take place, but remember, you have to qualify, become a charter holder, and then attend these. Now, let's come to the second most important thing that I want to know, the study resources. Now, at EduPristine, okay, we've tied up with Becker. So if you're aware, there are almost 3 to 4 study resources that are available. All of them potentially give the same stuff in different language, in different content, in different variations. Right? We have Wiley, we have Becker, we have Hawk, we have Glenn. At EduPristine, we have tied up with Becker, one of the finest providers, we believe, because these guys go into a lot of depth into every topic, every content, and explain them really well. Okay, so Becker is the intended study content provider of choice. All right, want to know more Becker? Okay, now Becker is a global leader in quality professional. They've been there for many years, I think almost 60 plus years. Now, if you see, Becker doesn't do only CMA, there are a lot of the courses, but they're very good at CMA. Now, we are working in partnership potentially with them. They work with clients, they work with students, they work individually, they work with groups. Okay, if you want to go to Becker online also, you can go with them, enroll, join. Their approach to CMA, why have we chosen them? Because their approach to CMA, they focus on the deeper understanding. So many of you guys may not really know what financial planning is all about. So they'll take you to a grassroots level. They teach you what is planning, what is finance, then they'll teach you what's financial planning, then they'll give you examples. They will help you to understand the depth at the content level, and that will help you in retaining the knowledge better. So we are moving from rote learning to content understanding. Is that clear? So you need to make sure that you don't just rectify it, you study it, you learn it, you retain it. And that's why we believe in that level of understanding. To help you succeed on exam day, Becker Senior Review provides an array of study options to ensure no surprises. Okay, so Becker it is. This is a bit of things about what Becker really done. Apparently 1 million candidates based on the survey have showed that 1 million have prepared with Becker content. The top 100 accounting firms rely on Becker for their exam preparation. And this is globally, by the way, almost 2,900 accounting firms, corporations, alliances, and as a study provider of choice. Okay, now this is very important for you guys, very important, because this is what you'll get and this is what you'll study from, right? When you join with us through Becker, we will give you a hard copy textbook which will contain all the study materials. It is almost 1,200 pages of study content, which will be couriered to you at your doorstep. Okay, that's a very costly book. We make that available for you, hand delivered to your house. We'll also give an ebook for the time being to make sure that you can attend, read it on the go, on your mobile, anytime you want. You will also get, guys, a very, very important, you'll get 24 months of Becker software access. अब ये software का क्या करोगे तुम लोग? You can use the software to access all the Becker materials, modules, questions, details, and most importantly, 2,500 plus multiple choice questions. We are going to give you access to 2,500 MCQ. Imagine, that's a huge amount. If you do that 2,500 questions, sufficient That's more than enough to pass the exam. By the way, don't forget this is part 1 only. Part 1, part 2, each one. So you're going to be exposed. Just imagine, I mean, to almost 4 to 5,000 questions, right? That's good practice, isn't it? And these are really good quality questions. Additionally, we'll also give you practice to 70 essay questions. Now, the exam is a mix of MCQ and essays. They'll ask you MCQ questions, which is almost 75% weightage, and essay question, which is almost 25% weightage. Good practice. 2,500 multiple choice questions and 70 essay. Now you'll wonder why 70. Essay questions are almost 1 hour each. 1 hour, not 1 hour, half an hour each, 2 questions. So तुम half an hour लिखते रहोगे तो time हो जाए तेरा. MCQ is only 2 minutes. So we'll give you separate 70 questions to practice so that you guys can crack it. Apart from that, you'll also be given digital flashcards, which are summaries of important topics that you want to do. In order to make sure that you're not scared of the exam, you're exam ready, we will also conduct a mock exam. Mock. What's a mock exam? An exam basically under exam condition, where we'll try and make sure you attempt a paper with us. Obviously, post-corona, we'll do it physically at EduPristine, others online, and we'll debrief you on all the answers, and we'll also correct you with where you went wrong and check your answers, give the results to you, and work on your shortcomings. So we're going to hold a mock for everyone, mock exam. Don't worry, apart from this, I'll also give you 1-2 additional mocks to practice at home at your own time and pace. तो 2-3 mock हो गए तो boss तुम लोग तो ready हो जाओगे. Mock is very important. You have comprehensive progress test in Becker. You can check your progress. If you finish 200 questions, you got 40 wrong, you can keep check your progress. You can check the wrong questions once more. You can continuously monitor how many wrong, how many right, how many completed, how many not completed. Becker gives you all of that. I'll show you all this in the practice class, don't worry. I will teach you through Becker. I'll also show you through the class, through the study material online. Exam tips also will be provided to you by Becker. Study planner, very interestingly useful. Depends for those who are the discipline. You'll get study planner of how to plan the studies. And lastly, quiz assessments. We'll help you assess the quiz score, the quiz results. Clear? That's your quiz assessments. Now, what does EduPristine offer? Wait, before that, any questions, guys? Take a minute, read the screen carefully. This is everything that Becker offers you. कोई सवाल, कोई शक? Okay. Now, let's go to what we offer you. What does EduPristine offer you guys? Okay. Now, obviously, along the Becker Access, we'll also offer you various learnings. Now, in India, we are offering live virtual classrooms, which is LVC, we call it LVC. We also give you live classes, which happens in the different metros. That's on the weekend, obviously. For people who miss the classes, for people who could not attend for some personal reason or office reason, we give them access to the recordings of the classrooms that they missed. This is for the live. So remember, every live virtual classroom is recorded, and that recording is sent to every student to practice at their own time and pace. Access to recordings. And lastly, we don't just leave you high and dry after we've admitted you guys. We also give you a lot of after sales service in the form of enrolling for the exams, supporting you for the books, for the study materials, for the course structure. And lastly, after you clear the exam, we also support you in terms of job orientation, get your right job. And not to forget, we also give everyone a 1 day, a 5-hour course on only interview skills, cracking, soft skills, how to develop soft skills. We also provide that to you so that after you clear the exam, you don't come across as someone who's not able to crack the interview. So we provide that as well. Clear? Let's look at the summary. We are teaching everyone 175 hours of instructor-led training. Now, mind you, this is the classroom training. So physically, 175 hours of training, mandatory. 30 weeks. I hope you do realize 15 weeks for part 1 and 15 weeks for part 2. This will also include 1 week of revision. We're going to revise the full topic in detail and then leave you with a mock exam. We will give you 24/7 access to program materials. We have certain industry experts who are part of our faculty members. We'll also give you access to them. You can speak to them, you can have an orientation. And lastly, you will have access to the recordings that you were a part of. So everything you missed from recordings can be accessed online. Now, LVC is a little bit different. The only difference is it is live online. So you connect with me just like this. We're connecting online through the network and I'll teach you. You can ask questions. I'll respond. I'll show you a blackboard. I'll teach you through the whiteboard. I'll teach you concepts and I'll check answers with you. So LVC में यही है, but we teach online. We give the same access of faculty, we give recordings, and we give you 24/7 online access. Is that clear, guys? Classroom, LVC. Now, one of the important things that you guys want to probably know about is the fee structure. Now, the fee structure differs from a classroom to online. Obviously, classroom is a physical classroom. We have to invest in infrastructure. So in a classroom, the fee structure is 1 lakh. But online, the fee structure is 85,000. This is for both the groups. Now, this is in the locations Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, Delhi, Bangalore, and Chennai. Now, when do classes take place? They take place every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you come for my classroom lecture, I'll probably take you on a Sunday tomorrow at 9 a.m., 5 hours. We intend to finish the course over 8 months, like I told you earlier, 4 months for part 1 and 4 months for part 2. That will effectively cover you for 175 hours. If you take the online courses, there's slight shift in the plan. Online will not happen in the morning on a Sunday. It will happen in the evening on the weekend. So we meet you every Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. and we'll take your class. So Saturday, Sunday, 7 to 10 is your online classes. The rest is all same. We'll do it over 7 to 8 months. Obviously, you notice 6 hours, that's 5 hours, but we'll catch up. Don't worry. Clear? Now, there's a third option. If you don't want our classes, but you only want the Becker textbooks, mind you, it's not easily available. You have to officially order it. We can provide you with only that so that you can go and self-study. They are costing 37,000 rupees. Now, it's, like I told you earlier, it's not cheap because these books are officially released by Becker and they give you access to 2 years of software, 2,500 questions, essay questions, theory, flashcards, summaries, all of that comes in this 37,000 rupees. Now, this is for only the studies part. Once you finish studies, you can be enrolled in the institution. Now, what are the fees that, now the fees you'll pay to us, to EduPristine. What were the fees that you have to pay to the institute directly? You need to pay, if you are a student, you will pay only $39 as annual membership fees. And an entrance fee of $188, which is valid for 3 years only. So guys, your fees will be $39 and $188. However, if you're not a student, you're already working somewhere, then you will have to pay a professional fees of $245 towards your annual membership fees. And obviously the entrance fees, which is slightly higher, $250. Right? Now, apart from that, every time you enroll for the exam, when you give part 1 or part 2, you have to pay $415. It's huge, I know. times 75 crore, 30,000 rupees. You have to pay 30,000 rupees every time you appear for part 1 or part 2. Imagine 30,000, but that's important, and that's a one-time cost. Correct? Clear? So what's the total outflow? 1 lakh or 85,000 for the education, which includes the books plus annual membership fees, maybe $30 if you're a student, $40 plus entrance fees plus every exam you pay 15. Now if you're a student, you can pay only 311 and get away with it. You save $100. That's a good saving. So all you guys who are pursuing BCom, good news. You guys can pay the cheaper fees. Is that clear? Right? And that's the fee structure. So the saying, we try to say that you should make sure you're prepared for the exam. Now, I believe I've covered everything, the fee structure, the course content, what we offer you, what the institute offers you, and obviously lastly, what Becker offers you, which whom we have associated tied up. Okay, now I'm going to throw the floor open to you guys. Is there any questions that you guys have? Shoot away. Because you got your answer. The total course duration is 8 to 9 months. You can complete it within 8 to 9 months, not to worry. Clear? Anyone else? You can also send or you can talk.
Yeah, hello sir. I'm Karan and I'm in third year in my graduation. So can I enroll it after my graduation and what will be the fees?
So if you do it after graduation, you will end up paying a little bit on a membership fees. If you see the structure, you'll end up paying after graduation. You'll have to pay $245 towards your annual membership fees and $250 towards entrance fees. So if possible, you should try to enroll it being a student and get a discount if you can pay the lower fees. Mind you, Karan, you can do it anytime you want. It's your choice. The only problem is the fees are slightly higher for people who are not students. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
But if you do it after graduation, you also have the benefit of being able to work at the same time and getting work experience. Okay. Continue. Vikas, any questions you guys have? Vikas? All right, great. So guys, obviously you will have question later, maybe at a certain time. Please feel free to talk to your counselor at EduPristine. Talk to someone, talk to anyone, talk to a career counselor, talk to some person who's done the degrees and find out what is right for you and make sure you pursue the right degree and course. Remember, it's an important investment. It's a big investment. It's around 1.8 lakhs you're investing in a course, 1.7 lakhs in a year. And the returns you probably get, you'll recover it probably in the first few months itself. But you have to make sure you're cut out for it and you're keen to pursue it and complete it. Clear? Yeah? Great. Okay, so good. So on that note, I'll close the session. You guys have a counselor to reach you, so please let me know if anything you have, you can talk to the right people. All right? Great. So if you have no more questions, I'm going to conclude the session right now, guys. Great. It was so good to meet all of you and have a lovely day. Have a nice weekend and please take the right decision and all the best in your careers, guys. Bye-bye. See you.